I'm no wainwright, but I do know a fair bit about environmental science. I'm quite good at painting, but not that good. But I am Royal Academy Summer Exhibition good. I'll explain to you why there should be, and also why there isn't, a waterwheel on every little bit of watercourse everywhere. Coal, that black stuff out of the ground that's fairly easily transported, that Britain doesn't have anymore. The last mine's closed. It's the wrong type of coal, and it's too expensive. You have to have... Well, Margaret Thatcher wasn't thinking of the health and safety nightmare of the time. 1850, the waterwheel really started to go into decline because just a delivery of coal, which was often done by navigable river on canal boats, but not here in France. So much, they just didn't have the navvies from Ireland, and Napoleon had depleted the population on excursions to Moscow and the American Midwest. The First World War killed off a lot of the wainwright knowledge. There's the overshot, the undershot, and the backshot. The backshot being, you know how you get a dribble back from a petering out supply of water, so you have a recessed drip or a downstand on your sill, so that it doesn't go on dribbling on for a while and find its way inside. But an overshot will turn into a backshot, just if there's less flow. But that makes the complexity of the blades on the wheel more than just a plank. The overshot, undershot at sort of 90%, 75% in turn efficiency. I'll turn your mind to the windmill for a second. The low volume vertical blades, space age looking. Can something like that be done? But not with flimsy air, with strong water that pushes. Air finds it difficult to make more than DC electric. Water power, it's AC already, there's no loss. There's more torque to it. Wind, there isn't the environmental impact assessments, quite the same as with water. This is the modern problem with why we don't have water wheels anymore. The earth-banked straight stream is at the bottom of a fair number of gardens. Will get fouled with vegetation, but if you interfere with it, you're likely to make an oxbow lake out of next door's garden. Water wheels are so powerful that they only needed a small fraction of the stream often to be diverted into the frame, the race. But we've got laws about taking water out of a public system. You might even own halfway dotted line down the centre of the watercourse, but you don't own the ever-changing water inside it. If you take any out, you've got to prove that you're putting it back in again. And this has always been the case since the days when we used to flood the streets to get rid of the poo that we threw out of the windows. It used to be that the local governments needed the mill owners' reluctant help, and so great power rests with them still, when really it's the other way round now. A semi-retired hobbyist inventor would keep the electric motor of machines that are being... I don't want to harm any fish habitats. I am capable of doing the computer modelling of the spoon shape on the back of the turbine, but I don't really want to use turbine because it's not a ducted fan. While the obstruction may billow the banks somewhat before and after, the completely submerged horizontal wheel, that's only really 30% efficient, but that's so much more than solar panels at 20% efficient. I'm not usually a fan of moving parts, but half of it is going against the flow, this horizontal wheel, so flappy paddles that are folded back against the flow now, they could get entangled with weed, mislaid by passing college students. The profile of the depth of the water's moving fastest towards the top. It's slowed down when it touches the pebbles. Side by side are overlapping flappy paddle, horizontal, non-traditional wheels that turn day and night and constantly churning out the power. This global warming torrential rain and subsequent floods, the necessary, obligatory attenuation of rainwater. Huge tanks underground and lakes that are necessary for every planning permission these days, of any housing development of any size. All stormwater attenuation systems could, by law, have to have high-volume, low-head water wheels, which would attenuate the rainwater even further. Housing developers don't put those reed beds there for the cranes, or any other waterfowl